Police were called to Tom Sandoval's house again. Not for a TV reunion, not for a scripted reality show scene, but for a real-life breakup that had already turned into police reports, restraining orders, accusations, a fire pit confrontation, and a relationship falling apart in front of the entire internet. And the strangest part is this, for years, Tom Sandoval's life has been sold as entertainment. The cheating scandal, the public shame, the interviews, the backlash. The comeback attempts, the new relationship, the new drama, but now the cameras are no longer just capturing fame, they are capturing something darker. A man who became famous through chaos is now standing in the middle of another storm. And this time, the question is not just, what happened? The real question is, what does fame do to a person when every mistake becomes content? Every breakup becomes a headline, and every private disaster becomes public property. This is the story of Tom Sandoval, Victoria Lee Robinson, and the ugly side of fame that never turns off. This is Pain and Bars, where pain becomes legacy. Before we go deeper, let's be clear. This story involves serious allegations, legal filings, and claims from more than one side. Nothing in this video should be taken as a final judgment. Allegations are allegations unless proven in court, but what we can talk about is the public story, the timeline, the fame, the pressure, the pattern. And the reason millions of people cannot look away when a reality TV star's private life starts falling apart again. Because Tom Sandoval is not just a man in a breakup. He is a symbol of something bigger. He is a man whose name became attached to scandal. A man who once had a long relationship, a restaurant brand, a reality TV career, a band, a public image, and a life that looked successful from the outside. Then, one scandal changed everything. And now, just when it looked like he was trying to move into another chapter, another relationship has ended in another public disaster. So let's start at the beginning, not with the police call, not with the fire pit, not with the restraining order, but with the machine that created Tom Sandoval in the first place. Reality television. Tom Sandoval became famous through Vanderpump Rules, that matters. Because Vanderpump Rules was never a normal celebrity show. It was not about movie stars living behind gates. It was not about athletes winning championships. It was not about billionaires or politicians. It was about young people working in restaurants, chasing fame, drinking, dating, fighting, cheating, and trying to become something bigger than their normal lives. That was the magic. Viewers watched because the cast felt close enough to real life. They were messy. They were emotional. They were insecure. They wanted attention. They wanted love. They wanted money. They wanted status. They wanted the spotlight. And Tom Sandoval fit that world perfectly. He had the look, the confidence, the performance energy, the dramatic style, the need to be seen. He was not just appearing on reality TV, he seemed built for it. He could be charming one moment, defensive the next, emotional the next, and theatrical right after that. For reality TV, that is gold. Because reality television does not reward peace, it rewards tension, it rewards betrayal, it rewards conflict. It rewards people who can turn a normal argument into a scene people will replay again and again. And for years, Sandoval lived inside that system. The cameras came on, the emotions came out. The fans picked sides, the internet judged, the show moved forward. But there is a danger in becoming famous for drama. At first, drama makes you visible, then it becomes your identity. And after a while, the public does not just watch what happens to you. They expect chaos from you. They wait for it. They search for it. They almost demand it. That is where Tom Sandoval's fame became complicated. Because he was not just known. He was known through conflict, And once conflict becomes your brand, peace becomes harder to sell. But none of that compared to the moment that turned him from reality TV personality into one of the most criticized men in pop culture. For many viewers, Tom Sandoval's name became permanently linked to one word. Scandoval, that cheating scandal, became bigger than the show itself. It moved beyond Bravo fans. It became internet culture. It became memes. It became podcast debates. It became late-night jokes. It became a public trial of character. People who had never watched a full season suddenly knew his name. And this is the strange thing about fame. Sometimes the worst moment of your life makes you more famous than your best work ever could. That is painful. Because when your name becomes a headline for betrayal, you no longer control your own story. Every interview becomes a test. Every public appearance becomes a chance for people to judge your face. Every new relationship becomes evidence people use to decide whether you changed or stayed the same. And for Sandoval, the aftermath was brutal. He was mocked, he was criticized, he was blamed. He became the villain in the eyes of many fans. Some people saw him as selfish, some saw him as fake, some saw him as a man who destroyed trust. Others argued the internet went too far and turned a relationship scandal into a public punishment campaign. But no matter what side people were on, one thing was clear. The scandal did not end when the relationship ended. It followed him. It became part of his public identity. And that matters, because when a person becomes famous for pain, scandal, and betrayal, their next chapter is never clean. Every move gets compared to the past. Every girlfriend gets compared to the ex. Every argument gets framed as a pattern. Every mistake feels bigger than it would for a normal person. That was the world Tom Sandoval stepped into after Scandoval. A world where people were already watching him with suspicion. Then came Victoria Lee Robinson. When Tom Sandoval began dating Victoria Lee Robinson, it looked like a new chapter. A fresh start. A chance to move past the scandal. Victoria was a model. She had her own public image. She had her own following. And for a while, the relationship appeared to be supportive. Photos. Events. Public appearances. Moments that suggested Sandoval was trying to rebuild his personal life. And people were watching closely. Some wanted him to fail. Some wanted him to heal. Some did not care about healing at all. They only wanted the next headline. That is the trap of celebrity. When people know you through scandal, they do not always see you as human. They see you as a storyline. A character. A villain. A redemption arc. A punchline. A warning sign. And every new person who enters your life becomes part of that storyline too. Victoria was not just Tom's girlfriend to the public. She became the woman dating the man from Scandoval. That kind of pressure can poison a relationship before people even realize it. Because when the world already has an opinion about your partner, your relationship does not exist in private. It exists under a microscope. Every post gets analyzed. Every caption gets decoded. Every unfollow becomes a rumor. Every argument becomes possible content. And then, in June 2026, the new chapter turned dark. What began as a relationship reset suddenly became a story involving police, court papers, a fire pit video, and a house neither side seemed able to leave peacefully. According to public reports and court filings, the conflict reached a serious point in early June 2026. The details are disturbing, and the accounts are not all the same. Sandoval has alleged that Victoria physically attacked him and that her father became involved in the confrontation. Victoria's father has given a different account and claimed he was trying to protect his daughter. A video later surfaced showing a confrontation on a patio near a lit fire pit. In that video, according to multiple reports, the argument escalates. At one point, Sandoval appears to push Victoria's father, and the father falls backward into the fire pit. That moment became the visual center of the story. Because once a video exists, the internet stops reading carefully. People pause. Zoom in. Replay. Argue. Choose sides. Turn serious situations into comment sections. But videos do not always tell the full story. They show moments. They do not always show what came before. They do not always show what happened after. They do not explain fear. They do not explain intent. They do not explain years of tension. They do not explain who felt trapped, who felt threatened, who was trying to leave, or who was trying to control the situation. That is why this story has to be handled carefully, because domestic disputes, restraining orders, and physical allegations are not entertainment. They are serious. Even when celebrities are involved. Even when cameras are involved. Even when the internet wants a villain immediately. Victoria was arrested in June 2026 on a charge related to intimate partner battery. According to reports, Sandoval later requested a restraining order. There were also claims about the home, the people staying there, and who had the right to be there. Then Victoria's father also pursued legal protection against Sandoval, though reports say that request was not granted at that time. Now the public was not just watching a breakup. They were watching two sides bring their fear, anger, injuries, and accusations into the legal system. And still, the story was not over. One of the most emotional parts of this story is the house. Because in celebrity stories, houses often represent success. The home is the symbol. The reward. The proof that the struggle paid off. But in this story, the house became the battlefield. Reports say police were present while belongings were being removed. That alone tells you how far things had gone. When a relationship ends peacefully, people pack boxes. They send texts. They return keys. They arrange a moving truck. But when a relationship becomes dangerous, uncertain, or legally complicated, police may be called just to keep the peace. And that is what TMZ reported happened again. Police were called back to Sandoval's Los Angeles home after Victoria allegedly attempted to return or arrange the pickup of more belongings. According to the report, officers were there to keep things calm, and no one was arrested during that second visit. Think about that image. A man known for reality TV drama standing outside a home. An ex trying to collect belongings. Police nearby. A legal order in the background. Cameras watching. The internet waiting. Boxes moving out. But emotional damage still inside. That is what makes this story fit the Pain and Bars channel. Because fame is usually shown as bright lights, red carpets, and money. But sometimes fame is just police lights outside your house, while strangers online turn your pain into entertainment. This is the part people ignore. When you are famous, your breakup is not just your breakup. It becomes content. It becomes reaction videos. It becomes headlines. It becomes jokes. It becomes breaking news. It becomes strangers saying they know exactly who you are. And maybe that is the darkest part of the fame machine. It can turn personal collapse into public performance. But to understand why this story feels so explosive, you have to understand Tom Sandoval's biggest problem. The public already decided what kind of character he is. Once the internet labels you a villain, it is almost impossible to remove. For Tom Sandoval, Scandoval created that label. To many people, he was the betrayer. The liar. The man who hurt Ariana. The man who became a symbol of cheating and ego. And once that label sticks, people do not just judge your past, they judge your future through that past. If you cry, they call it fake. If you stay quiet, they call it strategy. If you speak, they call it manipulation. If something bad happens to you, some people say you deserved it. That is a dangerous way to view any human being. Because even people who make mistakes can be hurt. Even people who have hurt others can become victims in another situation. Even people the public dislikes deserve fairness, safety, and due process. At the same time, public sympathy does not erase accountability. This is the complicated part. Tom Sandoval can be criticized for his past. He can be questioned, he can be disliked, but that does not mean people should treat serious allegations like a game. And it does not mean the internet should decide the truth before the legal process does. That is where this story becomes bigger than Tom and Victoria. It becomes a question about celebrity culture. Do we want truth? Or do we only want drama? Do we care about victims? Or do we only care when the victim fits the story we already believe? Do we want people to heal? Or do we want them trapped forever in the worst chapter of their life? These questions matter because reality TV has trained audiences to pick sides fast. Team this person, team that person, hero, villain, innocent, guilty, but real life is not edited into clean episodes. Real life is messy, ugly, confusing. And sometimes everyone involved walks away damaged.